Hi guys and welcome back to another episode of ReZero. Today we are checking out episode number 19. We are getting ever so close to the end of the series. Counting this episode, there's only 6 left. And yeah, it's hard to believe we're so close to the end of season 1 because right now, it still feels like it's hard to see a way out of this situation and scenario that we find ourselves in. I don't know how we're going to overcome the white whale. I don't know how we're going to overcome gluttony now that we've learned that piece of information. It's hard to know how we're going to get to the mansion, to save potentially Emilia, to get Pucks that we're not on his bad side, to prevent Beetlejuice, and just there's so much happening. And it has been an absolute crazy ride, and one that I am so glad I've been able to experience with you guys. This has been genuinely one of the most intense and enjoyable experiences so far, and I cannot wait to continue. And we're going to see where we go from here in episode number 19. I cannot wait, so let us just dive right into this. Why waste any more time? If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below letting me know which order I should be checking out the 2 OVAs, I believe, that I will be checking out between seasons 1 and 2, which order I should check them out, and maybe a little explanation as to why I should check them out in that order without spoiling, please. And yeah, let's just dive right into this. Here we go. ReZero, episode 19. Alright, let's check out what we've got in store this time round. Episode 19. Oh, it's gonna be a crazy one, I can tell. We're back with Crusch. Okay. Okay, we're coming at it with... Oh, shit. Okay, yes, Subaru. I love this new confidence and, like, the actual plan. Alright, here we go. Oh, we're going back here again. Okay. We're telling Rem. Okay, that's smart. So Roswell feared this, but why is he not doing anything? What's his deal? And we know exactly what these people want now, what each of the candidates will want to hear. Oh shit, was I right about his wife? Maybe not. But he's got beef with the white whale. Magic stones? Oh, is that why she's been gathering weapons and people? Oh, her plan is to take on the white whale, is that it? Your desires too, Wilhelm, yes. Ah. How do you know the white whale will be appearing? That's the big kicker. 15:13? Is that what it said? Like 3:13? Oh, we looked at the time. Ah. We're just playing this office media. That's so funny. Wind reading? Ah, so that's how she can always come out on top in negotiations. A telling wind. Ah. Interesting. That could be important later. What is Anastasia doing here? Russell Fellow, of course. We gotta take down gluttony. Oh shit, she's going to help that quickly, that immediately. So it looks good for you, Crusch.
改めて言う。同盟に際してこっちから出せるのは魔鉱石の採掘権の一部と白芸出現の時間と場所の情報。
Yes! We're actually gonna take it on. Subaru, I love this newfound confidence. Let's go. Is that failure in episode 16 or 17?
白芸を討伐しよう。一狩り行こうぜ。
When you were walking around getting rejected by everyone, I think it was 16, that obviously was very important for you because you learned so much.
いくらか疑問の余地はあるが、こちらの思惑を見抜いたのは見事だ。こ
Valid.
の状況を作った K の息とこの目を信じることにしよう。
Speaking of eyes, her eyes and Ferris's eyes are very
交渉
similar.
は成立ですね。
Right, tell us about Wilhelm. Tell us.
交渉の前のお約束は確かに。
ああ、助かったよラッセルさん。討伐が済んだらミーティアはあんたに譲るさ。
What?
やはりね
We're gonna give away our phone? We can't use our phone as like a device to further our interests in the future?
交渉としてはギリギリ9大点と違う。
遅えんだよ。最後まで入ってこねえんじゃねえかと思ったよ。
交渉には押し時ってのがあるんよ。
This is true. You gotta enter right when things are looking bad to turn things around and make it look like you were the one that was responsible for turning things around. I just said a lot of words.
存外食えない男だな。
He is.
予習復習がうまくはまったってだけだよ。ぶっちゃけ心底
Wow.
ほっと
I
して
love
る
this
ぜ
new
俺。
Subaru.
それは見ればわかるけどね。
I loved his true honest self in episode 16 as well when he was trying all this, but this is
スバル君は素敵です。
this is so much better because we're getting places.
感謝を。すでに見抜いておいででしょうが、改めて。私の加盟はアストレア。
Yeah.
の牽制、テレシア版アストレアを妻に。
Oh shit, he did! That's crazy!
それが私、ビルヘルム版
Is
ア
that-
ストレアです。
Is that why he is the blood or the sword demon?
Oh,
that's so cool. Aw, that's really sad.
当然それ込みでクリスさんが乗っかってくるって思ってたわけで。
夏木スバル、嘘の風が吹いているぞ。K から。
Be honest, Subaru, come on. That's so sweet of Wilhelm, though. I'm glad we're doing this for him because he does seem like a good guy. Marrying into the Estrella family is kind of crazy. They're all ready. They're prepared. Yep, every single one is ready for it.
みんなの悲願だから。特にビル G にとってはね。
Oh, I hope he's the one that takes it out.
ビル G はずっと白芸を追いかけてきたから。
That's really cool that the sword saint, you know, it doesn't matter like gender or anything like that. It can be literally anyone. I wonder how the next sword saint is actually chosen though. Is it like the oldest Estrella or anything like that? Wait, so he took his wife's name when he married? That's how important the name Estrella is.
俺が知流一筋十数年のベテランにでも見えるか。
We find the one?
お前ひょっとしてこの間の。
Oh, we remember.
こいつが良さそうだな。
Oh,
驚きました。この地流、気ぐらいが高いことで有名な種類だと思ったんですけど。
pride.
お嬢から話は聞いとるわ。兄ちゃんが今日の立役者なんやろ。
Who are you?
その野号にカララギ弁の獣人。ってことはアナスタシアの。
なんや知っとったんか。ワイは団長のリカード言うね。そっちの嬢ちゃんもよろしゅう
Ricardo.
な。
I guess Reinhardt is still off doing something, and that's why he's not here. I love that Anastasia uses demi-humans.
椅子に腰掛けて。
I say uses like they're part of her
できると思うか？
fighting squad.
K の参戦の方が意外だ。K は戦えるのか？
We
戦
cannot.
えねえよ。ただ戦力としてはあれだが。
Doesn't mean I should just stand
相
aside.
手なら俺って人間が割と役に立つ。どうも俺って魔獣を引き寄せる体質らしくてさ。
Oh shit.
なんだと？
We're going to be beat.
レムは前にそのおかげでスバル君に助けられたんです。
驚くべきことに嘘の気配はないのだな。
That's crazy. She's just like, wow, this is a really dumb plan, but we've got no time to do anything else. Old people.
来たか。
ありがとう少年。
Yes.
君のおかげで我々の悲願が叶う。
Our
こ
wish.
れほど嬉しいことはない。ありがとう。
Were they former knights? who have since, you know, retired, who might have worked under under the former sword saint.
ウィルヘルムさんと似たような。
ああ、ウィルヘルムの呼びかけでこたびの討伐隊に加わった。
Yeah, they would have worked together back in the day. Oh, that's so sweet. That's really, really nice that they're coming back. The one thing they weren't able to accomplish back in the day was taking the White Whale down, and they're here to correct that. 400 years?
我が物顔で弱者を蹂躙しながら跋扈するようになって400年が過ぎた。だがその無意の日々は今日をもって終わる。ここにいる我らが終わらせる。白芸を打ち、あまたの悲しみを終わらせよう。
Here we go. Let's go, Crusch.
今宵我らの手で白芸
We will win. That was a nice speech. That was pretty good. Let's go take him out. They're riding on wolves.
よろしくお願いします。
あ、よろしく。お姉ちゃんってことはお前ら兄弟か。
はい、お姉ちゃんと二人。ミミと平太郎が揃えば最強。団長もいるし。
Was that Gon's voice actor?
なんや兄ちゃん、しけた面しとるの。
Ani-chan.
団長が部下に迷惑かけてんじゃねえ
I
よ。
like this. I like this. I don't know what you call him, like a demi-human, but like,
そうなのか。
is it wolf or bear or like?
こいつを借りたんだが。お、そういや、あんたらまた変わったのに乗ってんな。
ライガー言うね。
Rigers.
あんまり見かけんかもな。力じゃ地流に負けやけど、身軽さは段違いや。クジラ退治で乱戦になったら、独壇場やからよう見とき。
Ah, interesting. That'll be fun to watch.
荷物の運搬は地流に任せた方が良かったんじゃねえの。
リカード様、ああして皆さんの緊張をほぐして回ってる
He's a
み
good
たいで
guy. I like him.
す。スバル君
First time meeting him really, and he's a pretty. I like this character a lot. You can never be prepared.
英雄って言ってもなかなかきついもんだぜ、まったく。
Oh, look at that shot. Big ass tree and like the really nice sunset. Oh, that tree is huge. Oh, look at it. The way the light's coming through the branches, that look really cool.
でも幹に誰かの名前が彫ってやんな。
Oh?
修学旅行じゃあるまいし、マナーがなってねえよ、マナーが。レム、彫刻刀貸してくれ。
People should not be doing this, but I'll do it too.
怒りますし怒られますよ。
使えるもんは何でも使う。よっと。
It's the one advantage we have right
コンマ
now.
でも上がるってんなら儲けもんだ。足りないとこだらけの俺はそうでもしなきゃ遅れが取り戻せねえ。
スバル君は素敵です。
Aww.
そのミーティアが白芸の存在を知らせてくれる。
ああ、時間になったらなるように。
Just under an hour.
ぶっちゃけこれなしだと。
嘘ですよね。
何を言い出しますの？これが嘘ならワイはドギャンしてドギャン
腹ぎ弁のような何かになってますし。違いませんよ。スバル君が嘘をついている。
I can always tell when you're lying.
その嘘の理由が話せないでいることもわかります。だから信じさせようだとか嘘でも
She is too good for this
そんな風に
world.
自分を追い詰めたりする必要どこにもないんですよ。スバル君を丸ごと信じています。
She does. She is far too good and far too sweet for this world, and we don't deserve to have her in our life.
外気を見上げるとテンション上がるな。
はい、そうですね。
これはしばらく見上げてないと気分落ち着かないわ。しばらく下とか見れないわ。
はい、そうですね。
ごめんよりありがとうだよな。こういう時は。
That's what Amelia taught
どう
you.
いたしまして。
Aww.
それに
The smile and the tears in his eyes.
スバル君に感謝しているんですから。お愛子です。
Wow, they've got a great dynamic. I love the relationship they have. It is, oh, it's everything.
ウィルヘルムさん、
Is this where it
フェリス
happened?
からちょこっと聞きました。奥さんの仇である白芸をずっと追いかけてきたって。
ええ、妻を愛しております。誰よりもどれほど時間が過ぎようとも。
It doesn't get easier.
妻は花をめでるのが好きな女性でした。剣を振ることを好まず、しかし誰よりも剣に愛された。私は彼女から剣を奪い、 剣聖の名を捨てさせ妻とした。
Oh,
で
really?
すが剣は彼女を許してなどいなかった。この戦いで私は私の剣に答えを見つけられる。妻の墓前にもやっと足を向けることができましょう。
力を合わせてあのクジラ野郎をぶちのめしてやりましょう。俺も全力で手伝いますから。
The fist bump.
帝国まで
We've gathered everyone, and we're not gonna back down. We're gonna take this thing out today. Oh, it's gonna be scary though. It's gonna be an intense ride, but that's what we're here for, isn't it? And then right after this, we have to go straight to the mansion because this isn't the end. There's more to come. Oh, we set an alarm. That's a crazy alarm just to be playing right now. Is the fog rolling in? Oh shit, it's flying down from the... Holy shit! Oh my god! Yuma! Wow, Rem landed the first hit. Let's go, Rem. Battle has begun and off we go. Hell yeah, let's go, everyone. all we can do is smile at his confidence. The fools. Oh, next episode's gonna be a crazy intense one. Battle against the white whale. Let's go. And that was episode number 19 of ReZero. That was a really fun change of pace. Like the past several episodes, I'm talking like 5+ episodes, between 5 and 10 episodes have been really intense and full of a lot of either emotion or just awful, terrible things happening within them. But after last episode, where we got to restart from a 0 point, we're restarting with our emotions in check, and we are restarting with the knowledge of what is to come, how to play our role within this world, and what we need to do. Knowing that, this episode just was incredible. I loved the direction Subaru went here. I love the writing for his character. I think that he's a really well written character. He's very smart, first of all, and he knows how to do things. And especially after learning within episode 16, when he was doing all of these things, he was trying to negotiate with the other candidates. He knew that he could not get anywhere with them, and he just had to go and try to get to Emilia himself. And that, of course, is when he ended up having his first run-in with the white whale. So all of that was very important, because going forward, we know now that that is going to be what we see going forward. We're going to see the fight. We're going to be able to then get to Emilia in time. We don't know what is going to happen there, if we are going to be able to take everyone with us or what. There's no guaranteeing anything. We will hopefully get to Emilia before anything bad happens, but the witch cultists are on the road, so we'll not get ahead of ourselves. We'll focus on this episode for now, and at the end of this, I'll maybe talk about what I think will come, what I think will maybe happen going forward. So the episode does start with Subaru promising that there will be an alliance between Crusch and Emilia's camps, and that alliance will allow for Crusch to have access to a part of a crystal mine, and these crystals are very important. I might be getting the wording wrong for that, but it's obviously something very important and very valuable. And Subaru, when he noticed that the meter wasn't really moving for that card that he played, he also threw in that he knows when and where the white whale will appear next, and that is something that he deduced himself, which is so great to see, because he figured it out all by himself. He's such a smart character. Like I keep saying, I didn't figure it out. I didn't have a clue that that's what Crusch's camp was doing. They were gathering weapons, they were gathering people in order to go after the white whale. I I wasn't able to figure that out. But Subaru here, he figured it out. And yeah, what a great, smart play here, because he knows that's what they want. And he knows that offering the other thing, the mine, is technically and literally a good political play. That is going to be something that the investors in Crusch's candidacy are going to be happy with. And that obviously is mentioned once Russell Fellow appears later, where he's like, yes, this is something that the Merchants Guild will be very happy with. They would love to see more of these crystals coming into the market, which will boost sales, which will boost the economy and boost everything. It will be very beneficial. So from that standpoint, that is a huge win. Subaru here had two huge plays. One, a literal logical play, which was the mines. But the second being the hearts and minds almost of Crusch and her camp. People within her camp that would love nothing more than to go after the White Whale, and knowing that that's something she's already planning for, to be able to provide information to get a head start, to get ahead of things, that is a huge deal for Crusch and for the people. And Crusch knows that if she is the one at the head of the responsibility for taking down the White Whale, that is a huge benefit for her and her candidacy. She knows that people will flock to that, people will appreciate that work that she's done, because 400 years the White Whale has been here terrorizing people, terrorizing anyone that goes near it, and so many people, countless people have died, countless people have been forgotten. And that's the saddest part about all this, because I don't know if these people even realize that the White Whale makes you forget people. Is that something they realize, or is that something that is just kind of known to Subaru, and once the White Whale is killed, will those memories return to some people? It's really impossible to tell, because we don't actually know how that works. We don't even know how it makes people forget about others. It's really just like something that hopefully gets revealed in this next episode, or next episodes anyway. And I love that Subaru's way of explaining how he knows is he's gonna take something that they can't explain and they don't understand and use it against them in a way that, while he's not entirely telling the truth, he doesn't lie. He's asked how he knows when and where it's going to show up next, and he says because of this. And that's the truth. He saw the time as he was knocked over and the phone fell by his face. He saw the time that the White Whale would appear. So that's how he knows when it's going to show up. And the where is kind of like not really explained, but you know, that's not important, because he passes Crusch's bullshit detector test, and that's incredible. I love how that was done here. It's such a great, rewarding moment for Subaru to come out on top here, and we learn how she's able to detect things. She can smell the wind. It's not smelling. She can sense the wind around people that change when they lie. She cannot detect any lies from Subaru, even though he technically does lie when he calls it a media. It's not really a media in this world. Perhaps it could be seen as one, but it's not. It's not a media whatsoever. It is a flip phone. So I don't know how that really passed, but that's not important here. What is important is that it passed, he passed, and Crusch believes him. It's around that time that we get that revelation that Wilhelm's wife was the former Sword Saint, which is something I speculated maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago. And it was just kind of like something that came to me all of a sudden. I think I was doing like a post-hoc analysis, or maybe it was like during the episode. Forgive me, I've already forgotten when, but like I just paused and I was like, wait, so the former Sword Saint, blah blah blah, and I just kind of like came up with it on the spot. And it's so rewarding when moments like these end up being accurate or true, like when it feels like I wouldn't say diligence, but my paying attention and my theory crafting ends up being accurate. Like, I know that I throw a lot of bullshit theories around that end up going nowhere, but it's just always nice and rewarding when some of them do come true here. And this is like this is a really fun one, because I'm sure his wife was an absolute badass, and I cannot wait to see her if there is a flashback. know that this series is one that does do flashbacks here and there, because we had a flashback with Rem and Ram when they were children. So I'm fully expecting there to be a flashback for Wilhelm. Wilhelm or Wilhelm? Probably Wilhelm, right? Because it's a German-born name, or I think it's German-born anyway. It's going to be really exciting to see that flashback. And I wonder if his wife is going to be red-haired, because obviously Reinhard has red hair. But is this Reinhard's father? Is Reinhard the son of the former Sword Saint and Wilhelm? Or is he just the son of another Astrea? We don't actually know, because it would make sense if these two, Wilhelm and his wife, didn't have a child because her life was cut short. It would be very sad, and it would break my heart probably if we do get a flashback showing that, but it would make sense if they didn't have a child, and so their child was not the next Sword Saint, it was someone else within the Astrea family, because I'm sure it's a big family. I'm sure that the story between Wilhelm and his wife is going to be so unbelievably sad, and so I'm excited to see that story, simply because I want to learn more about Wilhelm as a character. I want to learn about his wife, because she does sound like a great person. She sounds like a wonderful person. And the fact that even all these years later, well, we don't actually know how many years ago she passed. I don't think that's ever told to us. But the fact that she is someone that even now he still longs for and he still loves, it goes to show that their relationship together was one that was very, very almost like love story cliche-esque. I don't know how to word that in a way that doesn't sound like I'm writing it off, but I'm sure that it's going to be one that really just brings us in and just breaks our hearts when what we see is actually revealed, like the white whale killing her. Subaru's gambit to bring in Anastasia and Russell Fallow, what a great play, because that is what tipped the scales. It completely tipped the scales, honestly, because up until that point, Crusch was very much in the sense of, yes, what you're saying makes a lot of sense, and it's good, and it would benefit us, but I still have these doubts. Anastasia comes in and she's just like, yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. And it's just so funny. And so Anastasia's willing to help, because she also does not want the white whale around. So she is willing to send her demi-humans, very strong characters, by the way. And we know that because her second in command is also riding alongside us as we're heading out to battle later in the episode. But Russell Fallow also really just drills into Crusch that this is going to be something that will benefit everyone, both having the white whale gone and, well, actually it's more so that Anastasia is there to show how important getting rid of the white whale will be, and Russell Fallow is there to show how important this alliance will be for having the shared access to the mines. One thing though that I'm not really sure about is why Subaru feels like he has the authority to offer this. I know that it will be something that Emilia will appreciate, but is this his to really offer? This is part of the mother's domain. Like, this is Roswell's. So what gives Subaru the right to offer this to someone else? I don't know if Roswell's going to have something to say about it, but we will find out maybe before the end of season 1. I don't know when he's going to show up again next, but it's going to be pretty curious to know what he has to say, if he's okay with it, and what he's going to feel regarding Subaru, if he's going to be upset or pissed that Subaru is taking matters into his own hands and offering away his things. And Subaru's gambit to have them all here together pays off hugely. It is something that they're all thanking him, which is so like rewarding as a viewer of this series, just to see that after everything Subaru has been through, people are thanking him for the work he's done, for what he's offering, and for the things he's doing. It's something we don't see very often unless it's someone like Emilia or Rem. They thank him because he does do a lot of great things for them, but to see people of importance here, Crusch, Anastasia, Russell Fallow, Wilhelm, all thanking Subaru here, and even later on we get other characters coming up to him and thanking him. It's amazing. It really it makes me feel so happy for Subaru, because I just know that he must feel on top of the world right now, because he knows that he is making a difference. He is doing the right thing, and he is playing his cards right here. And also, like, this is an alliance between Emilia's, Anastasia's, and Crusch's camps. That is huge, because that means they all get a piece of the pie in terms of once the White Whale is killed and everything like that, they can all claim that they had important roles in that. Felt and Priscilla, they're missing out here. I don't know if they're going to feel a little bothered or peeved by this or not. I can't imagine Felt will really care, because she's not someone who really strikes me as that sort. But Priscilla might be a little upset, even though she's not the sort of character who seems to care about others so much. She seems to only care about herself, but she might care that others are getting praise for something she could have been involved with if she had been introduced and invited to these conversations and these discussions. So seeing the reactions of other candidates will be very interesting to me, and something I'm looking forward to seeing going forward. So they strike the deal, and then we see everyone preparing that night. Everyone looks happy. They've all got smiles on their faces. They're all kind of just like being chummy with one another, everyone that's about to go into battle, because this is something they want to do. This is something that everyone feels like they need to do in order for their loved ones, for the people they care about, to be safe, truly, because there's no guaranteeing or no telling when the White Whale could ever show up. So doing this for the good of the future is the right thing here. And after that, of course, we do get Subaru approaching a land dragon, and the one he chooses, I can't exactly recall the scene that he sees it in the past with Emilia, but there is a moment that it shows where he is with Emilia and the land dragon is there. And please remind me of that scene, because I cannot recall off the top of my head when this happens. But the fact that he remembered it, that says a lot about Subaru. He remembered the land dragon remembered him. And they've got this bond already, and it's something that I think is going to be very sweet going forward. I hope that we keep this land whale, geez, forgive me, this land dragon around for a while, because it's so nice that it's a breed of land dragon that is very prideful, but it accepts Subaru. That tells you a lot about Subaru's character, for one, but also, is this related to what Beetlejuice said with pride? That's something I'm worried about. We meet Ricardo, and Ricardo is already a favorite of mine. I love Ricardo so much. He is such a fun, cool guy. He's so nice, and he's seemingly such a good person. He wants to do the best for everyone, and he is just also very bubbly and kind of in your face, and I love that. I love his character so much. I'm really excited to see him pop off in the fight against the White Whale. And then, of course, everyone keeps approaching Subaru, thanking him. We get all the old people who were people who knew Wilhelm back in the day, and so I assume that means that they were probably knights who might have been part of the envoy who went out to fight the White Whale when the previous Sword Saint was killed. I suspect that they might want some kind of revenge, and that they're here to get that here and now. Crusch gives an absolutely badass speech, and one that really just fires you up and makes you ready to go out to war. And yeah, she's got a great mouth on her, she's got a great speaking voice, and she's really a great mouthpiece for this kind of scenario and situation. She really gets everyone fired up and pumped, and I think she is definitely, right now, I'm going to be perfectly honest, I think Crusch seems the most qualified to be the next ruler. I think that everything she has shown and displayed so far has been really just kind of showcasing that she could be the next leader, and she would be great at it. And that's why I'm kind of curious now to see if things continue, if we start to see others rise up and match that, because we haven't really seen that. Anastasia, she's great when it comes to politics and negotiations. We know that. Felt, we have seen really essentially nothing. She's gonna be able to win over the hearts and minds of the people because she came from the slums. That's my suspicion anyway, but those that are very rich and well off might not flock to her. They will flock instead to Priscilla. So that's where I think, like, it's kind of like there's different camps of people who will flock to others. But obviously Amelia's got the biggest hill to climb in terms of all that. But I think that Crusch realistically has the best all-round qualifications for this role, and she does seem to be the best suited for it. As the episode goes on, then, like, there is a lot of, you know, just conversation, nothing like too drastically important, but we do get a moment between Subaru and Rem again, where Subaru kind of just is doubting himself once again, and he's kind of just like, you know, he's doing Subaru, he's being himself, and Rem just comes out with the most beautiful speech where she's like, I know you can't tell the truth, I know you can't tell me what is happening or why, but I trust you. I trust you more than anything because I know you. I know when you're lying, and you don't always have to blame yourself. You're not to blame. You don't have to take on all that blame. And it's such a beautiful moment, and one that he has to look away for because he is crying. He's got tears in his eyes, and he's smiling because he knows that Rem will always be there for him. And he knows that Rem will never let him down, and he can depend on Rem. Rem can depend on him. The dynamic and relationship between the two is so beautiful. And yes, I do think if they were to be a couple, it could be a great relationship. But I just don't see them that way. I see them as two characters that have been through the trenches together, that have been through so much together, and that means so much to one another. It's such a beautiful relationship, and I really, really just love these two characters together, and I hope we get to see this forever. I hope that they are always next to one another through this series, because yeah, when we see Subaru with tears in his eyes and looking up, it is so heartwarming because we know what that means. We know that Rem is the one person who can truly get through to him and convince him of his ways and just everything like that. And then we do get a little information regarding Wilhelm's wife, and he did try to get her to stop, but the sword would never let her stop. She loved to look at flowers more than anything. She did not want to fight, and he has not been able to visit his wife's grave because of this injustice with the White Whale, and so he cannot wait to put this behind him to be able to visit his wife's grave. It's really setting up for what will maybe potentially be a heartbreaking flashback. This was such a great episode because the way we ended them with them all looking up, and the way the alarm is going off, everyone starts looking up, and then once it shows the whale, as things start glitching, the alarm gets really loud and intense. I don't know why they did it this way, how they did it this way, but it was so well done, and I love the way they did it. And of course, this wheel right here reminds me of the wheel from Final Fantasy XIV. If you know, you know. So yeah, this was such a great episode. I'm so glad we were able to check this one out today. I cannot wait to check out the next one. It's going to be a fun battle. I can tell. I know that we're going to be able to see a lot of great shit happening. We're going to see the Rigers fighting. We're going to see all of these characters that we have heard are very powerful actually flexing their shit. And I'm gonna check it out. Can't wait to see it. It's really cool as well that Rem was the first to land a blow. I think that says a lot about the relationship she has with Subaru, where Subaru is like, let's go, and they're out in front, and Rem's just like, I'm gonna shoot some magic at you. So like Crusch says, everyone follow those two idiots. I think that it basically sums them up perfectly. But yeah, that's going to do it for me for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below letting me know how hyped you were when this episode dropped. I hope that you're able to have a great day today and that you're able to take it easy. I will see you in the next one. Take care.